And just like a phoenix, you're going to rise from the ashes. We're going to start small, we're going to grow and fly like the huge, majestic phoenixes of legend. I hope you really enjoy. There's going to be a fair bit of balancing, but lots of fun and frolics along the way. We're going to start today curled up in a tiny itty bitty child's pose. So either knees together or as wide as the mat. You're going to fold yourself down, and rather than having your arms extended out, can you curl your hands back towards the soles of your feet? So snuggling yourself up into a little ball. And we'll start this journey of the phoenix, as a little egg, curled up in this tiny little space. So just take a moment here to ground yourself. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just give yourself a moment to check in with yourself and how you're doing. And I want more than just the answer that you give that person in the street where you go, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm okay. What emotions are really there? Just take a moment. And then we're going to gently start to hatch this phoenix. So can you take your arms out to the side, like some big wings are starting to open, and then take them out in front of you and start to walk them back towards you as you slowly lift yourself to all fours. Wrists stacked underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips. As we inhale, lower the belly, roll the shoulders back. Start to wake up this little baby phoenix. Exhale, pressing the spine all the way up to the ceiling. Working through our cat-cow with your breath. Inhale, drop belly, roll shoulders back, lift the head. Exhale, press that spine all the way up to the ceiling. One more each way, moving with your breath. Hair in mouth as you do it. Lowering belly, lifting head, exhaling, pressing your spine up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Now bring yourself back through a neutral space. So your neutral spine midway between both. And you're going to lift your left leg back behind you, right arm in front of you. Can you try and keep that back as flat as possible? So we're not doing either of our cat or our cow. We're starting to wake this phoenix up. Left toes pointing down towards the floor. And then from here, can you move your right arm over to the side, left leg over to the side. She's done it again, through a plant. Honestly, these poor plants, the torture I put them through. So you're slightly off kilter, you're really having to hold yourself to keep yourself balanced. And then, can you make this right arm a wing? The elbow's gonna point down towards the back, so like a cactus shape, a half cactus shape. And then can you pull that left knee out to the side too? So you've got this weird cactus shape. I know, it's a lot, it's heated up quickly, like a phoenix. And then take the arms back out straight and place them down. Whew. Well, arm and leg. We're going to move back through our cat-cow, but we're going to add a bit of something this time. So our lion's breath is a breath to kind of heat us up, to energize us. And obviously, lions, you think of, do you think of fire when you think of a lion? I don't know, but I'm thinking of heat, of fire. So as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press that spine all the way up to the ceiling. And then can you drop back down into that cow pose? Take an inhale, but stay here for the exhale as you stick your tongue out. Nice. Press all the way back up. So pressing your spine up towards the ceiling. Lower the belly on the inhale, roll the shoulders back, and then as you exhale, stick out your tongue. Exhale, move back. One more time, spine to the ceiling. And then press your belly back down. Inhale, roll shoulders back. Exhale. Nice. Okay, bring your back to that neutral space. We've got to go on the other side. So this time we're taking right leg back behind us, toes facing down towards the mat, left arm ahead of us. Find that kind of security and that stability in your core, keeping you ready, not letting your back dip or press up, keeping it as neutral as possible. And then we're going to take the right leg out to the side, left arm out to the side. Yes, nice. Keep it as neutral as possible, keep that strength pressing up, and then can you half cactus that arm and then bring that right knee towards your right elbow. Finding this weird wingspan, you've got it. Stay here for one more breath. And then reach it forward. Place that left hand back down, right knee back down. And just move forwards and backwards. Yeah, just easing out the body. Shifting the weight past your wrists and all the way back. Easing yourself back out. Lovely. We've started strong, that's for sure. Okay, come back to that all fours position. Tuck your toes. And we're just going to lift the knees. Yes, as close to the floor as you can. Keep that kind of strength plugging down through the shoulders as they stack over the wrists for 3, for 2, for 1. And then can you lift your bum all the way up to the sky? Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Oh boy. Here we go. Phoenix and fire. Lions and fire, maybe not the not the same. But just take some steps through your feet and just breathe out what we've already done. Not looking too far ahead or worrying about what's to come. Just keeping yourself focused on now. Now can you start to walk your feet up towards your hands? 1 foot at a time. Coming all the way to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width. Tuck your chin into your chest and roll all the way up. Rising your arms as you reach the ceiling. Right fingers grab a hold of left wrist. Inhale to reach up and exhale, reach over to the right. So just tilting yourself over to the right. Inhale, reach up to center. Take hold of the other wrist, Siri joining in case anyone heard that. Exhale, take it over to the left. Always wants to join in. I don't know about anyone else's Siri. Reach your arms all the way back up to standing. Okay, press your bum back. Fold your body all the way down. Forward fold. Inhale, lift your hands to your shins, half lift. Exhale, release it down. We're going to step right and left foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shift over to your plank. Lower your knees, send your elbows back towards your body and lower all the way down to the mat. And can you bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, hands directly in front of your elbows, spread those fingers and roll your shoulders back, lift your chest into another mythical creature, a sphinx. Joining our phoenix today. Really roll those shoulders back, almost grip the mat with your fingertips and pull or feel like you're pulling the mat back towards you. Rolling your shoulders back, pressing hips down into the ground. Yes, and then press the hands into the mat, gently lift the elbows just for a moment and then press it all the way back down. Hands come underneath shoulders. Inhale, press up to your knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Nice, take a deep breath. And then on your next inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale to step it through between the hands and lower your left knee. Okay, so phoenixes fly. That's a for sure thing, the reason for the wings. And so we're going to start some flight or some balancing quite early on. So just play with this, see how it goes.
You can take your arms out to the side, you can lift them up. I'm going to start lifting mine out to the side because I feel like it's bigger wings. And then can you come up onto your right tiptoes? Yeah, and you might already feel the balance is really here. And then maybe you lift your right toes, do anything that you want with your arms to keep you balanced here. Nice, and just find a little bit of flight. That foot might come back down, you might lift it back up. But just play around for a bit and then place it back down. Nice. Okay, hands are going to come around that front foot. Left hand into the floor. Lift your back knee. Peel your right arm open to the right hand side. So finding a twist here. Send that left heel back behind you. And then release your right arm down. Step your back foot all the way to the front of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins, find a half lift here. Really lift that chest, roll shoulders back. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, arms wide, bring them all the way up. This time, left fingertips around your right wrist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, send it over to the left. Side bending to the left. Inhale, reach it up. Switch the grip. Right fingertips around left. Exhale to the right. Thank goodness Siri's not interrupting this time. Not interested, clearly, when we're doing it on the other side. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, send the bum back. Fold it down. Lovely. Inhale, hands to shins. Find a half lift. Exhale, release it down. Step left and right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, shift it forward into your plank. Lower the knees, send elbows back towards you as you lower down to the ground. And then inhale, peel yourself up. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, find a cobra this time, nice. And just take a breath here. Really press those hips down, roll your shoulders back and down. And then on your next exhale, send it back down to the floor. Inhale, press up to your knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Deep breath here, in through the nose. Always an option for a lion's breath if you want it. Exhale it out. Inhale, lift your left leg, reach it high and step it through between the hands. Ground that right knee to the floor. Nice, so again, this kind of balancing game that we're gonna do. Starting to take our wings. So bring your arms out to the side. Come up onto those left tiptoes. And then maybe lift that left foot. This side might be totally different from your other side. So just acknowledge that, it's cool. And please notice if you're getting frustrated. It's totally natural and normal if that foot's coming down to the floor. But see if you can get back up again. See if you can fly that foot again. I know you can, even just for a second. You've got this. And then step the foot down. Bring the hands around the front foot, right hand into the ground. Lift your back knee, left arm lifts to the side, twisting, peeling that left hip back. And then release your left hand. Step all the way up to the front. Feet are hip width, hands come to shins, find a half lift. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, rise, bring the arms wide. Exhale them down through heart center. And just take a breath. Just a little pause between all the things that are going on. Just checking back in with yourself, keeping a softness in the knees. Getting ready to go again. Release the hands to the side. Okay, inhale, let's lift the arms up. Really feel like you've got those wings, spreading them as far as you can. Exhale, take them wide, bum back, fold it down. Inhale, hands come to shins, find a half lift. Exhale, release it down, step right and left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise that right foot, and this time we're going to open the hip. So we're bending the knee, pressing the knee up to the ceiling, right heel into the bum. Try and keep the top of your body still pointing down, central to the mat. So not opening all the way up, it's just that leg and that hip. And then bring that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lay your left knee on the floor. We're here in a lizard lunge. So take a breath here. If you've got blocks, please go ahead and use them if you would like underneath your hands here. It can kind of give you a bit of extra length to your arms. Otherwise, just breathe here for a second with me. Roll the shoulders back, still find a lift in the chest. Now, if you would like, start to take your talons, if we are of course a phoenix, your left talons back towards your bum, right arm reaches back. And you might just find that reach and stay there. You might grab a hold of your foot. Anything and everything, welcome here. If you have got a hold of that foot, press the foot into the hand. Roll that right shoulder back. Nice. Take a deep breath. And then gently release the foot back down. Hand comes back over, but let's wiggle this right foot in slightly. We're going to lift back up to a lunge. So lift that back knee. You might want to fiddle around with your feet to make sure that you've got a bit of distance, a bit of stability. And then we're going to bring the arms up. But then we're going to bring the forearms down together. So the hands are clapped together, forearms together. So we're really going to try and flap those wings now. Ready, phoenix, ready. We've grown. We were a small phoenix on the ground, warming up. Now we're bigger. So we're going to bring those elbows wide. On the inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, bring them in. One more. Inhale, open them wide, widest yet. Exhale, bring it back together. And then the weight's going to press into that front foot. We're going to send our arms wide if that feels good, and you lift that back foot coming into your warrior three. But with these arms wide, these wide wings, you can even have a flap if it feels good. Left toes point down towards the ground, square off those hips. Lovely, stay here for one more breath. I'm still flapping my wings. And then ground your back foot into a warrior two. So toes pointing towards the side of the mat. Reach those arms wide. And let's bring that huge wing back. So flip that front palm. Reach it all the way back. Keeping that bend in the front leg, reverse warrior. Lovely. Maybe looking down towards that left foot if it feels okay on the neck. That kind of huge big wing. Just releasing it back. And then spiral those hands around the front foot. We're going to step it back to a plank and move through a flow that feels good. So you can bring your knees down to the ground like we've been doing. You could find a sphinx instead, or you could lower into your chaturanga. Find your upward facing dog. If you're finding your upward facing dog, straight arms, roll the shoulders back. And then press it back, downward facing dog. Nice. Feeling warm? Good. I've just realised I've got a Harry Potter shirt on because clearly I was thinking of the phoenix. Fawkes the phoenix. Harry Potter. Yes. Clearly some subliminal messaging there. Anyway. Inhale, we're going to rise the left leg. Let's take it to the other side. Open that hip. So bend the knee. Press the knee up towards the ceiling. And then remember, kind of keep that top body, your arms and your chest pointing down to the mat. It's just that left hip that's opening. And let's take that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Ground that right knee. You're in your lizard lunge. Remember, blocks can be under your hands here. It just gives you a bit more length. Like it's not an easy version. It's just a different version. Because it can sometimes help us get deeper, right? Like it might be that you put blocks under and then you're able to reach your foot. So give it a try if you've got any. We're going to keep that right hand pressing down. Left arm goes back, right talons lift. Maybe you grab that foot, maybe you don't. But whatever you're doing, you're rolling that left shoulder back, opening up the chest to the side. It will be harder if you can't hold the foot, because you haven't got anything to kind of hold on to and open yourself up to. So it's totally okay if you're finding this really challenging. One more breath. And then gently release the foot. Bring that hand back down. Now walk this left foot in slightly. We're coming up into a lunge. So remember, you might want to adjust your feet, lifting the arms up and then bringing them down, forearms together, palms together, ready for our wings. As you inhale, open your elbows, roll your shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them together. One more. Inhale, the biggest, widest wing opening that you can do. Exhale, bring them together. I can't talk with my biggest, clearly. Okay, weight going forward into that front foot. Arms wide if it feels okay. Ready for that warrior three on the other side. Point those right toes down towards the mat. Remember, you can have your wings floating here. Let's stay in this balance for 3, for 2, for 1. And then we're landing that foot back in a warrior 2. Sending the arms wide, flipping that front palm and taking it straight back to that reverse warrior, that huge big wing, extending all the way over. Lovely. Oh yes. Take a deep breath. Release it out. And then spiral those hands around the front foot. Step back to your plank and your option of flow once more. Bringing yourself through your chaturanga, your upward facing dog, your cobra. Whatever feels good. And then send the hips high, downward facing dog. Now the thing about phoenixes is that they burn out, don't they? They kind of get to their most beautiful, glorious moment and then they go into ashes. So we're making our way down into those ashes. Let's ground the knees as wide as the mat, send the bum back to the heels, arms long, child's pose. Deep breaths here. And just feel that heart rate that's probably heightened now. And just breathe into it. Feel the difference in your body now from when you started this video. Take one more breath here. And then gently start to walk your hands back towards you. I'm going to find a seat, a cross-legged seat. Sukhasana. Oh, feels good, right, to be down on the ground now. And we got a kind of final mini flight before we really take it down. So let's inhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, rise. Lift them up. Exhale like you're pressing the air down beside you. Really actively press those arms down. Nice. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press down. One more like this. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press it down. And then just walk your hands in front of you as you take a little fold here. Pressing your bum back. You can use blocks, you can use props, anything here that feels good. Find a little fold. And then start to walk your hands over to the right, grounding that right forearm, or it could be that right hand, and then sweeping this left arm up and over to the side. Yeah, nice. Roll that left shoulder back. Our last kind of final flourishes of this plumage, these wings, as they are. Because I guess, right, when a phoenix kind of reignites and is reborn from the ashes, they're slightly different, right? We can't ever replicate the same each time, surely. So celebrating this final yes. The last time that you'll see this, release that left hand all the way down, and then bring your hands back through center. Find that fold in the middle. And then start to walk the hands over to the left forearm to the ground, or the hand, whatever feels good. Roll the right hand all the way up, wing up and over. Rolling that right shoulder back, feeling this down the side body. And then reach it all the way back up to center. I'm just going to place the soles of the feet to the ground. Curl your back like when you're in that cat spine. And just lay yourself down onto the mat. Oh, and just bring your feet as wide as the mat. And just take them over to the right and the left a couple of times. So swinging those knees from side to side. And then when they next come to the right, just keep them there. You could, if you want a bit of extra kind of intensity, I guess, that right foot could come on top of the left thigh. You could gaze over that left hand. But just do whatever feels good to you today, right now, which will be different from yesterday, different from tomorrow. And then bring the knees up through center and take them over to the left. Again, you could gaze over that right hand. You could place that left foot on top of right thigh, only if it feels good. Really snuggle those shoulders down in the mat. Letting your body now get some of the restful rejuvenation that it needs to be reborn, right? As that next version of the phoenix. And gently bring your knees back to center and lay them out long. Snuggle your shoulders underneath you. Lay your hands out. And never has there been a more apt place for a Shavasana, our corpse pose, and now becoming the ashes of the phoenix, ready to be reborn. I really encourage you to stay here as long as you can. I really feel like when you do then come to, you're being reborn, whatever that means for you. Like a new look or a new kind of perspective going into the day. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. And I'll see you next time.